Hello student, today we are going to discuss about quantum theory of solid. Okay, so quantum theory of solid, why it is required, so we will see in this lecture. So what is the main purpose to discuss this quantum theory of solid? Okay, so let us see quantum theory of solid. Quantum theory of solid. Okay, so today we are discussing this. As we know very well that in last class we have seen what atom. Okay, so we have seen what atom. So atom is nothing but this, which is made up of nucleus, proton, neutron, proton and electron. Electron is revolving around the nucleus. This is nucleus, neutron, proton. Proton has positive charge, neutron is neutral, and its electron revolving around the nucleus. Okay, so as we have seen in last class this. Okay, so now why it is required quantum mechanical wave theory of solid. So as we have seen that as we know very well, like the motion of large object. Okay, so first of all we will see the motion of large object, then after that at classical level, then we will come at quantum level. Okay, so first you see at the classical level, motion of large object like planet around the sun, and the satellite around Earth. So these the motion of these objects, because they are very big, can be described with with high degree of accuracy, with the help of classical theory of physics, which is totally based on Newton law of motion. Like this is over sun, so this is sun. Okay, so this is sun. Here is large object, which is the motion of this large object that can be easily described with high degree of accuracy with the help of classical theory of physics, which is totally based on Newton law of motion. These are large object. Okay, large object like planet that is revolving around sun, that, or you can say the satellite around Earth, that can be easily described with high degree of accuracy with the help of classical theory of physics, which is based on Newton law of motion. Okay, so now on this basis, this is as a basis for understanding of the motion, motion of electron revolving around the nucleus in an atom. Okay, so now we are taking this as a base. Okay, so let us see here. So this we have seen. Now there is a certain experimental result. There is certain experimental result which involves electron. This is over electron, there is a certain experimental result which involves electron and high frequency of electromagnetic waves. High frequency of electromagnetic wave. As you see here, this is like atom. Okay, so atom, if there is a electron revolving around the nucleus within an atom, so then what happen? Actually wave particle duality principle. Sometimes this particle behave like as a wave, or wave exhibit the particle like behavior, or the particle like electron exhibit the wave like behavior. Okay, so this is like wave like behavior. Okay, so now we observed where this in experimental result. So there is some experimental result which involve the electron and high frequency of electromagnetic wave. Okay, so now it is very difficult to describe with the help of classical theory of physics. So this experimental result cannot be described with the help of classical theory of physics. So for that purpose we have to go for quantum mechanics. So quantum mechanics is the way to describe this experimental result. Okay, so that's why we can say that quantum mechanical wave theory. What? Wave theory. Quantum mechanical wave theory is the what is the basis, what is the basis of theory. Okay, basis of theory of what? Theory of semiconductor physics. What? Physics. Theory of semiconductor of physics. Okay, so this is what quantum mechanical wave theory is, the basis of theory of semiconductor physics. Okay, so therefore we have to see the quantum mechanical wave theory. That is the reason why we are using quantum mechanical wave theory. Okay, so we will take the help of what? The quantum mechanical wave theory, which is described by what? Which can be given by Schrodinger wave equation. Schrodinger is one scientist. He gave the equation to describe this mechanical wave theory. Okay, so now we will see this. So what is the reason behind this? Now we have understood very well, because there is at quantum level it is very difficult to with the help of classical theory of physics to describe this motions of what? Electron. Sometimes it is behaving like as a particle, sometimes it is behaving like as a wave, or wave like particle, means it is a wave particle duality principle, which is given by de Broglie principle. Okay, so this is wave particle duality nature. Okay, so now we will see what? Quantum mechanical wave theory. Okay, quantum mechanical wave theory. So quantum mechanical wave theory, which is given by Schrodinger wave equation. Okay, so here Schrodinger wave equation, Schrodinger is one scientist. Okay, I think in 1926 he gave one formulations. Okay, he provide one formulations which is known as wave function. What? Wave function, which is known as wave function, and it is given by Schrodinger. What? Schrodinger wave equation. This is Schrodinger gave one formulations known as wave function. What? Wave function. Okay, so then this Schrodinger incorporate what? This Schrodinger incorporate some principle rule like energy of quanta. So energy of quanta, which is given by the Planck's constant and de Broglie principle. Okay, he incorporate that result, that what? Principle. Okay, which is given by the Planck's constant. Okay, Planck's constant, to make what? Schrodinger wave equation, which can describe this quantum mechanical wave theory. Okay, so this is wave function. What? Wave function. Now we will see, we will obtain what? Schrodinger wave equation. Okay, Schrodinger wave equation is very important. With the help of this we can describe the behavior of what? Behavior of electron, or motion of electron within the crystal. So now this is our Schrodinger wave equation. So now we will see the Schrodinger wave equation first. Okay, why we are doing this? First of all, we will understand. After that, we will derive this equation of Schrodinger wave. So that is what? As we know very well, first the wave equation in one dimension. Okay, so equation of like electromagnetic wave in one dimension, that is given by what? As we know, one dimension with wave function. Okay, so dou square psi of x upon dou x square dou x square is equal to 1 by v square into dou square psi of what, dou square psi of x upon dou t square. This is our wave equations. Okay, so this is our wave equation in one dimension in free space. Okay, in space. So in any, I think in any solid, so this is what velocity of what, particle. So particle can be anything. If it is photon, then we can represent it as a velocity of light. Okay, so we will keep it as it is. Okay, so because v is the velocity of particle can be anything. It can be photon, it can be electrons, or whatever. Okay, so now our target is to what, our target is to eliminate this time function. Okay, we want to generate what, Schrodinger wave equation which is independent on time, means time independent Schrodinger wave equation. Okay, as we know very well, any function, any wave function which can be represented by this psi of x, which is proportional to what, e to the power minus j omega t. Yes, e to the power minus j omega t. So psi of x is equal to what, psi naught e to the power minus j omega t. So this is wave function. It's a very big derivations which came after deriving. So it is a resultant what, wave function which we can represent. First of all, so we want to eliminate this time part from this electromagnetic waves in electromagnetic wave in a medium with one dimension. Okay, one dimension electromagnetic wave. Okay, so we want to make it as independent of time. So for that, first of all, we have to what, we have to differentiate this. Okay, so we have to make it double derivative. First, dou psi of x upon dou t is equal to what, is equal to minus j omega into psi naught is e to the power j omega t. So then again you differentiate this, you will get psi of x upon dou t square is equal to, this is minus j omega square psi naught of e to the power minus j omega t. Okay, so now see here what you get. This is dou square psi of what, x upon dou x square, which is equal to minus omega square psi of what, x, psi of x, because psi of x is equal to psi naught. This is what, psi naught. Okay, so now as we know that the Schrodinger, who is the scientist, he incorporate what, he incorporate the principle of energy quanta and the de Broglie principle. Okay, so now from here, for that purpose, we have to replace this omega is equal to 2 pi f is equal to 2 pi what, f is equal to v by lambda. Okay, according to de Broglie principle, the wavelength lambda is equal to h by p. So now we will replace this with this. Omega is equal to 2 pi lambda equal to h by p. When you will do, you will get this. Okay, so this is h. Okay, so now omega is equal to, this is 2 pi vp divided by h by 2 pi, which is nothing but vp divided by h bar. So this is nothing but h bar is nothing but h by 2 pi. So now you see here we got omega is equal to p v divided by h bar. Okay, so now similarly just put this omega here. We will get what, we will get dou square psi of what, x divided by dou x square is equal to what, minus p square v square divided by h bar square into what, psi of what, x. So now first of all you solve this, just you write this. Okay, so then after that you just write it, just pause it and then you can write it. Okay, so now I am going to rub this. Okay, so here first of all we will replace this. Okay, so now we have got what? This. Okay, so what is this? Now you see here we got dou square psi of what? X upon dou x square is equal to what? Is equal to p square minus, this is minus, yes, is equal to dou square, yes, this is minus p square v square divided by h bar square into psi of what? X. Okay, so now we know p is equal to mv. This is momentum. What? Momentum. So therefore, which implies that dou square psi of x upon dou x square is equal to what? Is equal to minus m square v square into v square psi of x divided by h bar square. Okay, so now h bar square. So now we just put this equation, put this value into what? Dou square psi of x divided by dou t square is equal to minus is equal to 1 by v square dou square psi of x upon dou what? This is x square, this is dou t square. Okay, so now sorry, so this is t square. Okay, so this is t square, yes, t square, sorry, this is t square. We are differentiating it with respect to t. Just please replace this. If I have wrote there what t, then you can replace with this what? With this with t. Okay, so just see at the right. Okay, see in left what we have written. Please replace with this t, because we are differentiating with respect to time. Okay, so now we got what? We got this. Okay, so now we are putting this into this equation. Okay, so what we will get? Dou square psi of x upon dou x square is equal to what? Is equal to 1 by v square into what is the value of here? This is minus m v square into v square into v square divided by h bar square into psi of what? X. Psi of x. Okay, see we got this, and this will get cancelled, and we get dou square psi of x upon dou x square is equal to m v square minus m v square divided by h square into psi of x. Okay, so we just got this. Okay, so now because this is what? Momentum, p is equal to mv. Nothing we did, nothing, just simple, we came up to this what? This. Okay, so this up to this is okay. Then after that what we did? We just wrote omega is equal to 2 pi f, that we know 2 pi f is equal to c by lambda, means it is v by lambda here, because the wave is in medium, in any medium. So that's why here we are replacing this v only. Okay, not by c. If you will replace this c, means you are taking a photon. Okay, so in free space. So that's why this wave is in any medium. Okay, so just replace, just keep it as it is here. This is omega is equal to 2 pi vp. From this we got from de Broglie equation. Okay, de Broglie give this is a de Broglie wavelength. Okay, what postulate the matter wave. Okay, so now omega is equal to this vp by h by 2 pi. We just this 2 pi came this side. Okay, h by 2 pi. Okay, from upside we took this at the bottom. Okay, so then it is replaced by h bar. What? H bar. So this is h bar is equal to this h by 2 pi. Okay, so now omega is equal to pv. This is because this is omega square. Just put this value into this, we will get this. Okay, so we will get this p square. As we know, p is nothing but momentum. Okay, p is equal to mv. P is equal to mv. M is the mass of a particle. V is the velocity of a particle. Just put this. Okay, just put this, replace this p by mv, and we will get this. Okay, so now this is over what? This is over equation. This is our electromagnetic wave equation in one dimension. Okay, just replace this factor with this. Okay, so this, so therefore we have done this, and this equation become what? Time independent. This is totally time independent. Now this equation is what? Totally time independent. Now you see here just come to here, just okay. So now what we will do? So we will do, we are somewhat far away, so this is what? Now you see the total energy of what? Particle. Total energy of particle is what? Kinetic energy. Kinetic energy plus what? Potential energy. Kinetic energy plus potential energy, and this is equal to, kinetic energy is what? Half mv square. What? Half mv square. And this potential energy is nothing but v potential. This is potential, not velocity. This is potential. Okay, so this is potential. Just you take this side, E minus v. Okay, E minus v. So this v is a function of x. Okay, function of x. E minus v into 2 is equal to mv square. We got this. Okay, we got this. Now what we will do? Just replace this with this, and you will get final answer, that is dou square psi of x upon dou x square is equal to minus mv square. How much? minus 2 m by h bar square into E minus v of x into psi of what? X is equal to 0. So this is what? Dou square psi of x upon dou x square plus 2m by h square into E minus v of x into psi of x is equal to 0. So this is our final Schrödinger wave equation, time independent Schrödinger wave equation. So this is our Schrödinger wave equation. What? Schrödinger. This is our Schrödinger wave equation. Okay, Schrödinger wave equation. This is our Schrödinger wave equation, final equation. This equation is which describe what? The theory, mechanical wave theory. Okay, so mechanical wave theory, which is derived by this Schrödinger wave equation, and it describe the behavior of electron or motion of electron inside the crystal. Okay, inside the crystal. This is our what? Schrödinger wave equation. Okay, just you note it, then we will go further. Okay, so this is the final equation where psi of x is the wave function, m is the mass of the particle. Okay, so h bar, this is Planck's constant. Okay, h bar is equal to h by 2 pi is the total energy, and v is the potential function. Potential as a function of position. Okay, as a function of position, this is a wave function. Okay, which is totally time independent. Okay, now we will go to what? We will take the help of this equation to what? To describe the behavior of electron or particle in what? Inside the crystal. Okay, so inside the crystal. Okay, so this is our final equation. Okay, so this is our final equation, that is Schrödinger wave equation. So now we will see this equation. Through this equation, what we will do now? First of all, you see, this is our what? This is our nucleus. Okay, these are orbit. Okay, this is our atom. Okay, so now electron which is bounded. Okay, an electron which is bounded to an atom, bounded within an atom or at finite space, and one electron which is in free space. One electron which is bound to an atom or within finite space. Okay, for this now we will take the help of Schrödinger wave equation. Okay, Schrödinger wave equation. Now first we will take this electron which is in the free space. Okay, which is in the free space, and we will see we will see its form, which type of form it is representing, okay, in the free space. Is it like waveform? Okay, is it like wave equations? Which type of equation? For that we will take the help of Schrodinger wave equation, dou square psi of x upon dou x square plus 2m by h bar square, okay, so into psi of 2m, okay, so by h square e minus v of what, x, into psi of x is equal to what, 0. Now you see here, this is v of x, this is what, v of x, okay, this is what, potential function. Now in free space, as you know, the potential function, as you know, in free space, the electron, there is no force which is exerting this electron, okay, which is acting on this electron. There is no force like that, okay, so therefore we can say that this potential function is constant. Let us take this potential function as 0. Let us take vx is equal to what, 0. So then we can see dou square psi of x upon dou x square, because here is no force is acting on this particle, on this free electron in free space. That's why where the potential function is constant, that constant we can assume anything, like we have assumed 0, okay, for our convenient purpose. So dou square psi of x upon dou x square plus 2m by h square into e, into psi of x is equal to what, 0. So now see this equation as what, let us solve from this side. So this is like d square plus 2m divided by h bar square into d plus what, into d, okay, into d, it is a what, function of this wave function is equal to 0, okay. Now see here, we can find the factor of d. What, d is what, plus minus j square root of 2m by h bar square, okay. So this is e also, here e is also there, okay. So this is what, factor of this equation. Now from where we can write wave function as what, a into what, a into j square root of 2m e by h bar square into x, okay, plus b e to the power minus j square root of 2m e by what, e by h bar square into x, okay. So this is our what, equation, okay. So time independent equation we will see. Now we will see time dependent wave equation, okay. So with time dependent wave equation in free space, because of this free electron in the space, which is varying with time also, so for that purpose we will see psi of x of t is equal to psi of x into phi of what, t. Here for time independent wave equation, we have found this equation which is time independent Schrodinger wave equation, and there is also time dependent Schrodinger wave equation, from where we can find this function, that is phi of, just you remember this, and you can see this in book in derivations. This is phi of t is equal to minus j e by h bar of t, okay. So this is this value here. Now when we put this, we will get by putting this and this both, we will get a into e to the power j square root of 2m e by h bar square x minus what, e by h bar t, okay, plus b e to the power minus j into square root of 2m e by h bar square into x minus, this is plus e by h bar into t. So now you see, this is the traveling wave equation represented by what, this free electron, this electron in the free space, is behaving like traveling wave equation, which is traveling in positive x direction and a negative x direction. Okay, which is positive x direction and a negative x direction. Okay, so this is all about this. Okay, so when you take this, we will get this. Okay, so this is okay, so this is minus minus plus. Okay, so the wave is traveling in plus x direction, minus x direction. Let us take the wave is traveling in positive x direction. Okay, let us, for time being let us represent it as a 0, and let us say that the wave is what, traveling in positive x direction, which is given by what, a into e to the power j, what, square root of 2m e by h bar into x minus e by h bar into what, t. Okay, so then after that you see this is nothing but e to the power j, let us say this is kx minus what, omega t. Okay, so this is my what traveling wave equation of what, electron in free space, okay, where k is equal to this and omega is equal to this. Okay, so this is for what, this free electron. Okay, so this is for electron in free space. Free space is represented by traveling wave equation. Okay, so this is the equation. See, the electron is behaving like as a what, like as a wave. Okay, wave, electromagnetic wave or traveling wave in free space. Okay, so this is all about free electron. So this is all about the electron in free space. Now we will see for this electron which is bound to an atom, Okay, so the equation for an bound electron. Okay, equation for bound electron. So this is equation for what, the electron in free space. Now the equation for electron which is bound to an atom, So now see this. For that we will take one example with some boundary condition where the particle is existing in finite potential well. What, finite potential well? There is a finite potential well. Let us say this is my finite potential well. This is first reason, second reason, this is third reason. Okay, so this is my potential function. This is, let us say, x is equal to 0, and this is, let us say, x is equal to a. Okay, this is width of the finite potential well. Here the particle exists within this region. Here the particle is where the particle is existing. Okay, so now we will see. Okay, we will see here outside the potential is what, 0. Okay, so now let us see dou square psi of x. Okay, so here inside the potential Vx is 0, so dou square upon dou x square plus 2m by h square e into what, psi of x is equal to what, 0. So now what we will get, what equation for this? Okay, for this solution is what, like a cos what, a cos kx plus b sin kx. Okay, where k you will get from there. Okay, d is equal to plus minus j square root of 2me by what, 2me by h bar square. Okay, so this is inside the root. Okay, you will get the value of k, this. Okay, so this is the equation. This is what wave equation for this. Now by applying what, boundary